G'day and welcome back to Larrikin Japan. Today I thought we'd have a bit of a look about these UF tariffs that Trump has been putting out. So the impact of the US tariffs on the Japanese economy could be quite significant, but it depends on several factors, including the nature of the tariffs, the sectors targeted, and the broader global economic content. Righto, number one, trade relationships. The US is one of Japan's largest trading partners. If the tariffs are imposed on Japanese exports to the US, it could make Japanese goods more expensive in the US market, potentially reducing the demand for them. This could hurt Japan's key industries, especially automobiles, electronics and machinery. Number two, manufacturing and exports. Japan's economy is heavily dependent on manufacturing and exports. If tariffs lead to a decline in demand for Japanese goods in the US, Japan's export-driven industries likely to face a slowdown. For instance, Japan is a major car exporter to the US, and tariffs on automobiles and auto parts could significantly affect Japanese automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. Number three, supply chain and distributions. Many Japanese companies are part of a global supply chain that relies on trade with the US and other countries. Increasing tariffs could disrupt these supply chains, raising costs and reducing the efficiency and production. For example, many Japanese companies that rely on US components or export parts to the US might face higher costs and delays, reducing their competitiveness. Number four, investment and business confidence. Prolonged trade tension could reduce business confidence, leading to slower investment in Japan. Companies may hesitate to expand or increase production due to uncertainty about future tariffs or other trade barriers. This could lead to a slower economic growth. Number five, currency and fluctuations. Tariffs could affect the Japanese yen's value relative to the dollar. If tariffs lead to reduced demand for Japanese goods in the US, the yen might depreciate. As a result, while a weaker yen can help make Japanese exports more competitive globally, it could raise the cost of imports, increasing inflation in Japan. Number seven, on the flip side, Japan might also benefit from certain situations. For example, if US tariffs make other countries' goods more expensive, Japanese goods might become more competitive in some markets, potentially boosting exports in other regions. Therefore, Japan could also benefit from supply chain shifts, as some companies might move production away from China, for instance, to Japan. As a result, trade tensions between the US and China. Do you think the current US-China trade tension will have broader impacts on Japan's economy? Or do you see Japan finding ways to avoid the worst of the fallouts? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this, a little bit of a look on the trade tariffs with Japan and how it might affect us. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time. Number six, global trade impact. UF tariffs might also affect global trade dynamics. which could have secondary effects on Japan. If US tariffs trigger retaliation from other countries or disrupt global supply chains, Japan, as a key global player, might experience indirect negative effects on its exports or its access to global markets. Righto, the summary. US trade could certainly slow down Japan's economic growth, particularly if they affect key industries like automobiles and electronics, disrupt global supply chains, or reduce demand for Japanese exports. However, Japan's economic resilience and its ability to adapt to shifting global trade patterns might mitigate some of these effects. How Japan responds to the tariffs, both diplomatically and economically, will also play a significant role, and in how severe the impact will be.